Right. Today class we'll see the networking. So in this you have the network classes and interfaces, the inet address class, the socket class, the URL class, how you will be connecting the URL connection class, next HTTP class connection. These are all the things to be discussed in this module. Simple only here. So networking is nothing but, so 1980s. So they've introduced. So socket programming was introduced in the part of 4.2 BSD Berkeley Unix released in the year 1980s. So 1980s they were released it Unix. That's what Unix is the core. It is most important. So 1980s, what he has done is, so he has released the socket program. His intention is one port, through one port number. So through one port we can connect the all the people. So one port you can make it the server. Remaining will be connected to the system. So that means what? Remaining is nothing but the users, that they are nothing but the clients. So client connect to the server. So all these things connection how to establish. That is what this one. Now whatever we are enjoying, for example, now I am hosting for the Unix class. So what happened? So you people are the connecting. So all these things connection server client, how it is established. So many protocols available. So using one protocol they have developed it. So now let us see small with the small programs how they have done it, how connection got established, socket. That's what we have to discuss now. So how they are going, what are the different types are available. So that's we have to see now. So all these things through port it will be connected. So server process is set to with the listen. Server what it will be doing actually now, server client if you go, so server whatever you are requesting, so server will listen, again it will get back the informations. So that means what? Server informations will be available, you will be getting the information. So that means what? Server will be requesting, that means it will be listening whatever you are requesting, then that data will be thrown to us. So whatever it will be. So there the server will be having database backside. So it will be searching there. It will be giving it to us. That is what it will be happening. Now you have the server communication place protocols, you have the internet protocol. So internet protocol is nothing but the small packets and send it to the address across the networks. So internet protocol, what it will be doing is nothing but, so this is nothing but the low level protocol, then breaks into the small packets, then it send it to the address across the networks. So it will break to the small packets. So that's what sometimes what it will be doing. You will be ping whether sometimes if internet is not working in local area, just you will be pinging one system to another system. That means what? Whether your network is right or wrong. So that means rightly connected or not. If network only is not connected, server it will not be working. So now what happened? Technologies and all changed. Technologies changed. So using Wi-Fi, all those things we are doing. So we are connecting. So now wireless we are going. All these things no problem. Whether server, client server, whether all these things. So once it is Wi-Fi, net is working, we can do it. But initially, what they have done it, we have to see it now. So internet protocol is nothing but what it will be happening. So it will be making into the small pieces, like that is called the packets, that it will be sending, either vice versa, client to server or server to client. So now you have TCP protocols. So computer networks, already you might have studied TCP protocols. So there you have the TCP protocol, and two things will be there. One is called the connection oriented. TCP is nothing but what? Connection oriented. UDP is nothing but what? Connectionless oriented. So these two things they've developed, they've thought and they've developed it. So TCP connection is nothing but the higher level protocol. It manages robustly string together these packets. So sorting and retransmitting them the necessary the reliability of the transmit the data. So TCP always what will happen? connection oriented, data is reliable. So compulsory data will be sending. So acknowledgement will be there whether the packets are received or not. That's what will be happening. So data, this one is nothing but UDP is nothing but connectionless. So there is no reliability here. Reliability is nothing but whether the data you are sending, that's it. Whether the data will be reaching or not, so that it will not bother for that. That is called the UDP. So UDP sits the next TCP and can be used directly to support fast, connectionless, unreliability transmit the packets. Now, two types of the networks. This already you might have studied. Murali Krishna.
Sir.
So networks you have studied TCP, UDP.
Yes, sir.
TCP, UDP you have studied. So
Yes, sir.
there header
Protocols.
files, all these things you have studied.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So there you are have, I don't know whether you are having a DNS. Do you have in your syllabus?
What, sir?
DNS server, HTTP,
DN.
FTP.
Yes, sir.
All these things are there, no?
Sir.
Yes, it is there. So actually, say it is there in the networks, but when your syllabus is there or not, I don't know. But here is normally networks. What you will say, two things will be there: TCP and UDP. TCP is nothing but the connection oriented. UDP is nothing but the connectionless. So TCP is nothing but what? So data is reliable. That means what? When the connection is established, physical connections will be there. So compulsory data will be transmitting source to destination or destination to source or whatever it may vice versa. So compulsory there. So that is the reason we will be saying data is reliable. But in this case, UDP, what will happen? Connectionless, but you are sending. We don't know whether it will happening or not. So that is the reason we will say unreliable here. So it may go or it may not go. That is what the TCP UDP differences. So now, so once the connection has been established in the higher level protocol, ensures that which depends on the port you are using. TCP IDP reserves the loyal 1024 ports for the specific protocols. So you have the specific protocols. So one server, you will be having one IP address. I hope. I don't know whether you are able to remember or not. So port numbers you are having. So port number you are having is nothing but, so these are all the porting numbers. So one is called the 21 for the FTP, 23 for telnet, 25 for email address, 43 is for the who is 79 is for the finger, 80 for the 8080 is nothing but the HTTP, 119 for the networks. So these are all the 11 port number you will be having. So one our socket programming, I don't know whether we are using. So one of the port number you will be using. So every server will be having one port number. So using that port number, you have to establish the connection. So that is what you have to do it. So can you able to remember the port numbers here? Kishore? Have you studied the port numbers in networks? Computer
Port
networks.
numbers, sir.
Huh?
రాలేదు సార్ మాకు.
Huh?
No, sir. No, sir.
Hey, port numbers, you didn't read it in a computer networks, huh? Murali Krishna?
మాకు సబ్జెక్ట్ లేదు సార్.
Murali Krishna, port numbers?
సార్ అది
Huh?
పోర్ట్ నెంబర్స్ కాన్సెప్ట్ మోస్ట్లీ ఉండొచ్చు సార్, తెలియదు సార్ నాకు.
So, what about architecture diagram? Do you have or not in your syllabus?
కంప్యూటర్
At
నెట్వర్క్
least
సార్.
you are having DNS server.
సార్ అది
It will be there. You might have not read it. But anyway, so for every server you will be having the port numbers. So every server will be having port numbers. Based on that only you will be connecting. So when you want to connection establishment, so you need the port number also. Port number if you are having, then only connection will be established. So computer networks is your responsibility to learn the architecture, all architecture diagrams. You will be having DNS, HTTP, FTP, telnet, all these things you will be having the port numbers and architecture diagrams. So If you are not able to remember this one also, architecture diagram is required. Whenever you are writing programming, so this IP addresses, this port numbers is required. So IP addresses different, port number is different. IP address is nothing but what? System now identification. For every system, you will be having one IP address. So here is, in our lab, if you take 192.168 dot some, or some people will say 10 dot, some people will say 1 dot. So 1 to 24 in 1 to 253, they will be taking the nodes. 254 is the server IP address. That's what the classifications will be doing: class A, class B, class C, class D. So all these things you will be studying in the computer networks. So you will be having the 1 to 253 in one network. They can give it 254 is nothing but the server. So that means what? For example, if I take 192.168.1 dot, 1 to 253 is the nodes, 254 is the server. So the similarly, once it is completed, 1, next to 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So like this. So when they are providing, what happened? So for educational institutions, they will give some IP addresses. For security purpose, for example, if you go for defense, all these things, for them separate IP addresses. All the based on this only, they will be giving the restrictions based on the IP addresses only. Some we cannot enter into the military networks because they will be having separate networks, separate IP address, all these things. They have the firewalls, all these things. It will be the security, but we cannot enter it. So that's what, that is the reason these securities they are maintaining. For example, HTTP protocol browser and the server use the transfer the hypertext pages and images. So here you have the protocol for the basic page browser web server. So here how it will works is nothing but what will happen when the client requests the file from the HTTP server, an action known as called the hit, it is simply sends the name of the file in a specific format to a predefined port. So that is what the way of working the simple web browser. So web browser, what you are doing, so just you are opening, you will be typing one address. So then what will happen, that it will be having the one address, one name. So once it is requesting server, so server again it will fetch the data, again it will be sending this one. So that means what, so we'll be having, that's what the DNS server will be having. For example, you have the forward address and backward address, they will say. So forward address and backward address is nothing but what, so sometimes, for example, our college address is what, bmsit.ac.in, you'll be getting. So that is what, one address. So another address is nothing but what, you, that's for that you will be having one address, 192.168. For everything you will be having the two addresses. One is called the name, one is called the IP addresses. So for us, we'll be writing the names because we cannot remember all the numbers. For example, one time you will be entering Gmail, one time you will be entering the, what is that called, Mysource tickets, cinema movies tickets, reservation, railway, all these things you have. We can remember the names, but we cannot remember the IP addresses. But for every name, we'll be having one address. So that numbers we cannot remember. So whenever we are entering the information here, so that backside system IP addresses are based on the addresses will be converting the numbers, that numbers will be sending to the server. So server will be having both DNS server, it will be working, either you enter IP addresses also no problem, whether you enter name also no problem. So anyone you can enter it, so system will be identifying that DNS server will be maintaining, either you enter forward or backward. So forward is nothing but, for example, if you take bmsit.ac data in, so backward address is nothing but you will be having one number, 192.168.10.25, something like that. So like this, server client communication will be happening. So when it is happening, you will be having so many servers, so many ways of communication. So for example, some of the data you will be getting through web. For example, you will be entering gmail.com or irct.in. So that means what somebody will be maintained. So for example, when you will be using file transfer protocol, so when you will be using telnet. So telnet, for example, here now VMware they have done it. So previously what they used to do it, one server they made it using telnet. They will be connecting. That means what, they will be connecting that one. So your systems are dummy. All your programs will be saved into the server. So using the server softwares, you will be able to execute the programs. That's what will be happening this one. So now that is what the telnets. For example, if you go for day, sometimes 2 to 3 people in working in one project, so they want to share the only files within that group. So you will be using file transfer protocol. So like this, you can use different types. So another one is called the HTTP, Hypertext Transfer Protocol. So you have the like the unique mini servers are there. So for many servers, one server way of working is different. So whenever it is required, which one is required, so that you will be utilizing, and whatever the data informations you need it, you will be getting and you will be going ahead. So sometimes when we are working in the within the team, we want to share the informations which server is working for you, you can use it. Sometimes I want to search in the net, you can use the different platform. So one thing, for example, if I told you to write a program, add two numbers, so somebody will use what they will be using, C programming. Somebody will use Python. Sometimes I will ask you to write the program for the linked list. Sometimes somebody will be using C programming. Somebody will use C++. Sometimes Python, sometimes Java. So which one is easy, that one will be implementing. That's what the placements, before recruiting you, they'll ask you to write some of the programs. So how smart you are, so there it will come to know that one. So sometimes, so you have the rows and columns. So I want to, for example, you are having, what is that called, name, register number, M1, M2, M3, M4, M5, and total marks. So they will say that you are having, this is the informations, you store it in the informations in your system. I want to retrieve only register numbers and total marks. So what you will be doing in that case, Murali Krishna? Which one is easy to solve that problem?
Sir,
You have name, register number, serial number, subject 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and total. I want to display only register numbers and total. How you will solve that problem? Which
only
platform
register.
you will utilize?
Uh, we can use C, Java.
Which one you will choose now?
I'll choose Java, sir.
You will use which one for Java? Which one you will use for that? Again, you have to use database connection, all these things,
Ah, sir. Yes, sir.
because you have to
Database
store the
connection is
information,
required.
all these things. So now I'll tell you one way, the easiest way. Easiest way is you can use AWK, no?
Sir.
AWK. AWK can store the information which one you want, field 1, field 2, field 3, field 4, field 5, field 6.
Yes, sir.
1, 2, and 7. Print it. Just within 5 minutes we can close it. So somebody, what they will do, sometimes you will go for DBMS answer. DBMS,
Yes,
you
sir.
create the table, store the informations, and select that particular values. That is also possible now.
Yes, sir.
That is also possible. DBMS
Yes,
also
sir.
possible. Here also possible. Python also possible. But I feel AWK is the simple one, Unix. So that's what Unix is most important for placements. So there you can solve your problems easily. So there what will happen? Just open the file and enter the informations with the space or a tab. So select the fields and print it. So if you choose DBMS, what will happen? They're creating table, entering the values. By that time, before the time only, you can finish here. Correct now? AWK, how much time it took for you to execute? Less time only. So that's what smartness, how you are solving the problems. So that's what you have to do it here. Now let us see here. So you have the IPv4 and IPv6. Have you studied IPv4 and IPv6 in networks?
No, sir.
Okay, so you have studied there. Maybe you might have learned it's only the architecture of the diagram, correct? No. So what is IPv4? Version 4 and version 6. So here you have the bits. So you have that organized as 4 8-bit values for the 38 bits. There 60-bit 64 will be there. So there what will happen? 16 bit sums will be there. So data formats will be different, structures will be different. So now what happened? 16 bit, 32 bit, 64 bits. So you are so now when you are by purchasing that one, you will be seeing the RAM size, all these things. Correct, no? So laptop or whatever it may be. So no i3 system you want, or i7 you want, or Pentium 4 or 5. Pentium 4, 5 nobody is for buying now. So i3, i5, i7. Now latest i7 many people are buying. So that's what many storages they have designed such a way there. So now, so IPv4 and IPv6 structures they've introduced initially. So one is called 32-bit, another one is called 64-bit. So you have IPv4, IPv6. So this is what will be happening here. So now let us go for the what will happen in this one. So now whenever you are entering, so domain name you will be entering. For example, you want bmsit.login informations if you want. What you will be doing? So you'll be entering www.bmsit.ac.in. So you'll be entering that is what the domain name. So www. Oh, is here one example they have given osborn.com. So domain name is nothing but, for example, is nothing but. So once you enter that, you will be getting the informations. So reserved for the USL commercial sites for that one. So this is the way of working. Now we'll go for the networking classes and interfaces. Whatever you are having the networking classes and interfaces, based on this, you will be writing the programs. Now you have the one is called the in this one the class continued in the java.net packages are shown here. So this is the what the packages you will be having. So authenticator, IPv6 and server name. So here is nothing but the authenticator is nothing but check request. So check request is nothing but based on the formats you will be having the checks in 4-bit or 1-bit or 8-bit or 16-bit, whatever it may be. So that is what this one. So INET address. INET address is nothing but identifications of that one. So socket is nothing but you have to create the link between the server and client. That is what this one. Now check response. So once you request this one, so responses server client will be giving. So these are all the names you should know, you should remember when to use, what to use. So next one is nothing but the INET socket address. So that is what the identification of that one socket address. So INET address will be different. INET socket address is different. Now this for that is nothing but the socket address you are having. So now you have the content handler. So content handler you are having interface address. That is nothing but the added by Java SE6. Next one is nothing but what happened. Another one is called the socket implications. So next one is cookies. So identification. Some of the times once you download that informations will be there only. So now all these things informations, if you don't want to see that one, you clear the cookies. So that is what that one. Java URL connections will be there. So how the connections will be established. So next is the socket permissions, who can be seeing, who cannot be seeing. Next is the cookie manager will be there, added by Java SE6, and multicast socket will be there. Another one is called the URL. Another one is called the net permissions. URL is nothing but the address. Datagram packets, that is nothing but the package when you are sending that one, how it will be transferring. So next is nothing but the datagram socket. Another one is called the here is these are all the network interface, URL class loader. So only some of these are all the packages are available. All these things packages are available. Which package whenever it is required will be downloading only that one. So that is the reason sometimes what we'll do, java.net.star. So sometimes we cannot remember that one URL, whatever it is required, request, all these things packages that star, so that it will be downloaded all the packages, so that which one you want you can utilize it. So like this, you are having datagram socket to datagram socket implication, HTTP cookies, so HTTP URL connection, so IDN, INET4 address, security cache response, response cache, proxy sector, proxy, password authentication also. So authentication is nothing but, so you can give it. So sometimes whenever you are entering the password, so you can give the conditions and checking that one. And another one is called the URL connection, URL class loader, URL decoder, URL encoder. So all these things, URL encoder and decoder. So what will happen whenever you are requesting something? So always what will happen, main servers and all, the data will be encoding. So then sending the information. So when server is receiving that information, so then it will decode that one. Only server and client will be knowing the keys. So once it is known that, so then decode it, the original informations will be coming. So when it will be encoding and decoding, you will be learning later stages. That is nothing but the next semester. So CNS, computer network security, is there. So there you will be learning all these things. So now it is not required for that. So that is just for example I told you. So how it will be working that one. So CNS still in detail you will be learning. So now java.net packages interfaces, these are all the interfaces are available. So one is called the content handle factor, another one is called the datagram socket implications, socket options are available, file name map, socket IMP factory, URL stream handler factory, so cookies policies. So in the version added by the Java SE.6 and cookie store. So these are all the interfaces are available, and these are all the packages are available. So once you know this, then we can be able to write the network programs. So here is just we have how to create the socket programming and how it will be giving the connection establishment, how it will be happening. So just small programs, how to write it, we will be seeing later. Now, so you hear factory methods. So just one example, this one we'll see. So just to see this code, static inet address, get local host, get the local host, throws unknown exceptions. So just here is what happened. Go get local host is nothing but system IP address. So whenever you are sending any information, so background, all these things will be happening. Just what we are entering, bmsad.ac.in. So when before sending, so get local host address also, send it to server. So then this server, what will happen whenever you are sending the request, so information will be searching. By that time, it will be this one will be waiting. So once it is getting the informations, then it will be sending to that particular address one. So that is what the inet get local host. So address, local host address also important. So because many people for one server at a time, many people are requesting. So for every system, you will be sending IP address. Based on that IP addresses only, will be getting the informations back. So that is what the get local host. Next one is static inet address get by name. String host name throws unknown exceptions. There is nothing but the exceptions, no problem. So there is nothing but the inet address get by name. So name also we can get it. Another one is called the static address get all by name, string the host name. Host name also we can find out. So these are all the methods are available. So there is nothing but the factory methods, memory connections. So inet address factory methods are shown here. So here is get local host method simply returns the inet address. Another one is called the get name method is returns the inet address, and host name passed to it. If these methods are unable to resolve the host name, then it stores the unknown host exceptions. So all these things you'll be identifying the informations here, get local host, INET address, all these things. If this is not able to find out, then it will be shown the unknown exception. So another one is called here inode address is there, get all by name is there. So next is unknown host exception. When you are not able to find all these things, then it will be shown the unknown host exceptions. So next is inet address also includes the factory methods get by address, which takes the IP address and returns the inet address. That is nothing but either by IPv4 or IPv6 address can be used. So to find out the get by address based on the IPv4 or IPv6, you will be finding and you will be getting the address. So now one small demonstrate inet address. That's what I told you already. Import java.net.start so that all packages will be downloaded. So we cannot remember 111 all these things. So best is nothing but import java.net.start. So network informations if you want, so that just write it net.start so that it will be imported all the packages. So now class inet address test. So just what will happen is public static void main string arguments throws the unknown host exception. So here we have to write it because something host if you are not able to find, so host is not finding, so that exceptions you have to write it. Next is inet address you are finding, so inet address get localhost. Already I told you this one will be identifying the address of the localhost, so that you will be storing into the address. Now system.out.println address, so even you can find out the system address also, that is nothing but the IP address you can be able to find out. So now address is equal to inet address get by name, so wobbyhome.com. So even you can find out the name also. So you can give one name for the particular address. So that is what they have given is called wobby1.name. Now system.out.println, that is nothing but the address you will be finding. Now internet address, so you will be storing into this one, that is nothing but the get address.getavi.name, that is nothing but www.nba.com. So then that is nothing but the one address. So that is nothing but the inet address. Now what I will be doing is for I is equal to 0, I less than or equal to SW, whatever and what and all you have stored into the inet address dot length I plus plus. So now system.out.println w of a. So now you see just once here. Here is the output produced by the program. Of course, the output you see C may be silent, be different. So the default get the IP address. Default IP address is nothing but this one. First statement is nothing but the inet address host. So default is nothing but 206.148.209.138. That's what already I told you. 192.168.10. So that's what in our college we are utilizing. So this is what you have to use it now. So next is another one is called the observer.com. So that is nothing but the 198.45. See now wobby.com is nothing but IP address is different and this address is different, and nba.com 64.nba.com IP address. So nba.com you are printing that IP address is also I want to print it. That is nothing but the 64 dot this one. That's what already I told you. One is called the forward, one is called the backward. So either you can enter this or you can enter this. So because all the numbers we cannot able to find out, that is the reason we'll be remembering these names. So either you enter this or this, both it will be working. So every name will be having two things. One is called the name, one is called the IP address of that one. So everything it will be defining like this. Now nba.com 65.5.96.256. See NBA, even though if you are having two things, observe.com this one, so you'll be having two servers, two systems, different address, 214, 216. So this last numbers normally 1 to 253 will be there, 254 is the server. So in one network, one router they will be giving the this much range nodes. Once it is crossing, they have to use one more router and one more network, they have to utilize it. So in one network, 1 to 253 systems, normally they will give it. So if it is causing that, one more network they will give, one more router they will take, one more IP address they will be giving. So this is what the way of working this one. So one is called the getting the IP address. Next is nothing but obs.com is nothing but here you have the different address that also will be printing there. Another one is called the inet address. So that is nothing but the nba.com. So nba.com, what are all the IP address? So that I will be printing the information here. So once it is there, so that systems will be one IP address it will be displaying. So this is the way of writing the programs in the network. So networks, today class what we have learned is nothing but TCP, that is nothing but the connection oriented. So data is reliable and secure. So another one is called the UDP, that is nothing but the connectionless. So compared to TCP, this is nothing but data is reliable is not reliable, we can say. So that means not reliable is nothing but, so data guarantee, there is no guarantee that it will be delivered there. We will not get any acknowledgement here. So there is what, so we'll say here. So more secure is nothing but TCP compared to UDP. So that is what that one. And here is in our Java programming, how to create the, we'll be learning is nothing but socket. So client is there, server is there. You have the different servers also here. So like DNS, HTTP, FTP, DNS. So like this, you will be having more servers, and how you will be requesting that, and how you will be establishing the connections, how you will be getting the data on these things. We have to see it now. Now here is what happened, and we have written one simple program to get the, like already I told you, the domain name server, you have the forward address and backward address. So forward and backward is nothing but this one only. So either you one is called forward, one is called backward address. So using the domain name, you can find out these two things also. If I give this, you will be getting this. If I give this, you will be getting like this also. I can find out that one also using the domain name server. So here is, so that way it will be working. So for every name, you'll be having one IP address. So normally when we cannot remember the IP addresses, that is the reason we'll be writing the names. But systems will be identifying based on the names. But these two things, whatever you entered, it will be associating is nothing but the domain name server. So domain name server will be taking care of this to identifying or to link between these two things. Either you enter this, you will be getting the information. Either you will be getting numbers also, 192.168, that also you will be getting the information. But there, identification link with domain name server will be taking care, and whatever it is required there, that will be supplying, and you will be getting the information. So we, as a user, no need to bother for this. So they have already they've written the code such a way that either you enter forward address or backward address, you will be getting the information. So that is what the today's class. Next class we'll see the instance method, how to write the instance method, and some of the simple programs we'll see in the next class. Okay. But Murali Krishna.
Sir.
Okay. Next class. Anyway, today less students are there. We'll see next class.
Okay, sir.
Okay.